Valens Research, Uniform Financial Analytics.
And right, Coca-Cola is so powerful because similar to what we were talking about for CME, for Coca-Cola, not only are returns massively understated by as-reported metrics, right? This is not a 7% ROA firm that has no competitive advantages. This is a company with robust economic moats around its business, and that's why it generates a 48% uniform adjusted ROA. Importantly, though, not just that, when you look at the as-reported metrics for Coca-Cola, you'd see a company whose returns have been falling for the last 7 years or so from 8% returns down to 6 to 7% returns. In reality, Coca-Cola's returns have risen from 35% to 48%. They've risen by over a third, right? Almost half is how much they've risen. That's a huge deal. If you were looking at the as-reported metrics for Coca-Cola, you'd think, oh, Coca-Cola is a mature business that's breaking down. In reality, you've got a mature business in Coca-Cola that's improving its profitability by shrinking out of its bad businesses, right? We can see here in terms of the asset growth being negative in some of these years, driving the ROAs higher. Very different things in terms of how you think of a business. If you're thinking about a business that's breaking down, you say, hey, Coke, how can you rebuild your competitive advantages? If you're looking at a business that's mature and strong returns that are improving and shrinking out of its underperforming business, you say, great, okay, now how are you going to get growth on the other side? Right? And if you look at Coke's strategy, investing in things like Monster and beverage, etc., that's what Coke is looking at. But if you were looking at the as-reported numbers, you'd say, wait, Coke, why are you trying to grow this part of your business? This part of your business, the part of the business has been breaking down the last several years, and you're trying to grow it? That doesn't make any sense. So it helps to actually qualify management strategy and make more sense of it. But now that's not all, right? Because the next thing we're going to ask about is, okay, but what's the market pricing in? And does this company look undervalued or overvalued? For Coke, right, it's probably not that Coke is going to continue to shrink at a massive rate going forward. Probably what's going to happen is it's closer to be done shrinking than it is growing. But even if we do that, right, at the current stock price for Coke, what we're looking at is a company where growth, if it's zero, the market's still pricing returns to basically continue to do what it's done, right? ROA is to expand from 35 to 48 all the way up to 70, right, with no growth. Now the question is, can Coke keep on doing this if it's not getting rid of bad assets? And we don't know. Again, we don't have an opinion, but at least we can start to have the conversation if we understand what the real performance is of the business. This makes sense at least, right? You look at this and you can say, I see what the market's thinking. The market is paying a premium for Coke at 26 times, not because of the fact the market thinks that this company is a declining business, but because it says, hey, you are a healthy, strong cash flow business that has expanded your returns. I'm going to pay up for that, right? And if you look, it makes sense the market would expect continued returns to improve. But let's say we think that after this company stops shrinking its underperforming businesses, they don't have a ton of growth opportunities on the horizon. So we think returns are just going to stabilize after they stop growing. It means Coke might be worth 40% less than it currently is.
Valens Research, the world's leading source for uniform financial analytics.